What's going on, vets? Markel here. Hopefully everybody's had a great weekend so far. So by the time you guys see this video, it will be Sunday. And I want to pose this question to you all. And I would hope you all would take a moment to really think about this before answering. And then I'll give my little commentary about it at the end. But in this video, I want to ask you guys, if you had the opportunity to speak to someone, either a politician who could make changes or the head of the Department of Veterans Affairs, when speaking about all veterans, what changes would you guys would want to see implemented with the Department of Veterans Affairs? Like whether it's medical or compensation side, what is it that you think would be one of the main issues right now that is holding veterans back from getting either the care that they need or the compensation either faster? Or what ideas would you come up with if you could speak to someone who could make those changes? Now, I would say for me, there's a couple of different things, and I'll elaborate this way. The first one I would say is on the compensation side, because how is it possible that you're able to get emergency food stamps, you're able to get emergency cash, but you can't help that veteran who may be homeless in the street with an emergency situation, even if there was like a law that says, okay, well, we're going to give you 50%. We're going to give you back pay of a year and 50% just to get you off the street, to get you going. I think, verifying with your DD-214, whether you were wartime, peacetime, or whatever, shouldn't be that hard, but there should be a better system to help veterans other than to make them wait a year, 2 years, or longer for that initial rating. And then you got to sit there and try to make it through all that time. And if you don't have support either from family or friends, that can be a very, very tough situation. So I would say on the compensation side, that's one. When it comes to the medical side, I believe, this is just my opinion, that any hospital, any doctor's office should be available to veterans. There should not have to be certain areas that you can go to, that you're only allowed to go to, or you got to get permission to go. It should just be universal. If you are wherever you are in the States, and I'm referring to the States and U.S. territories, obviously in other countries this would not apply, but in the U.S. and U.S. territories, as a veteran, a disabled American veteran, regardless of percentage, if you're going for something that's service connected, you should be able to go universally to any hospital, any clinic of your choice. Same with dental. It should not be a question of, oh, well, I got to wait to get this decision made or that decision made. This should be something, in my opinion, that should be universal, where there are no questions asked. You go get it taken care of. And then the last thing that I would come up with, and I would say, is housing. There should never be any veteran, regardless of serving in peacetime, wartime, because there's not many people who are willing to serve, especially in today's time. But housing should never be a question. There should be specific locations where they put all this money into different projects and things. They should just put money into making sure veterans are not on the street. Veterans have homes, not apartments, not temporary housing, homes. And there's no reason why they can't do it. The same way FEMA can come up and put people in homes and give them cash, that should be the same way they should treat every veteran that finds themselves in a situation like that because of the sacrifices that they had to make for their fellow countrymen. I don't think that's too much to ask, and it's not like we don't have the ability to do it. We do. But, in our society, everything is about making money. The corporate dollar, the entrepreneur, and sometimes there are people out there who really genuinely want to help and they want to give that helping hand, but they don't know how, or if they do somehow, some way, there's a lot of red tape, either from federal, state, or local, that gets in the way. But at the same time, though, these are like basic necessities of just being a human being. You would think in the greatest country on earth, the United States of America, in my opinion, this should be something that is universally accepted by all lawmakers. But I've yet to hear any lawmaker stand up and specifically say any of these things. Of course, they'll give us lip service when it's time for the election. But when they're in office and they don't have to be reelected for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, do we hear anything from them about these issues? Absolutely not. So I would just say, guys, take a moment before leaving a comment and really think about all veterans, not just your situation, but all veterans. And if you were given the opportunity to make a change at the Department of Veterans Affairs, where would you want to focus that change? Where is it that you see there's an opportunity there for them to make things better for veterans, regardless if it's male or female, regardless of, whatever their issues may be, whether it's physical or mental health? You would think in America that would be a universal thing that every citizen would want to get done, because there are not many citizens that are going to want to pick up that weapon, go into a foreign country and fight that fight. Let's just be honest about that, okay? There are not many people in the world that's going to do that, especially in today's time. You hear a lot of lip service, but again, nobody really wants to take up that mantle, okay? So, but anyway though, guys, hey, I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody listening. I think we have a great group, a great panel of people that come on every Saturday and every Tuesday, and we cover a variety of things. Of course, we have fun. We're going to joke. We're going to have fun. And sometimes things get a little heated, but I think, as an adult or as adults, we can handle those situations. But also at the same time, though, guys, let's try to think of ways to help our fellow veterans and do as much as we can, okay? But with that being said, hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always. And until the next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.